We have Zack Snyder's Justice League, this 4 hour epic movie.
Hey,
Before we even do anything, I just wanted to get your opinion on the 2017 movie.
2017 movie. Um, People were saying it was like terrible. I don't. People were saying it was terrible. I wouldn't say it was terrible. I just thought it was just basic. I wouldn't say it was too good. I wouldn't say it was too bad. But people were making it seem like it was dirt, like straight up dirt.
It's one of those things where it's like that movie should have been way better than what it was. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what. Yeah,
I
exactly.
kind of felt the same way with Batman vs Superman. Like those two iconic characters, their name is literally in the title, and that movie wasn't like a $4 billion movie. Like you know what I mean? Like that movie
Yeah,
didn't just like kill shit. Like that doesn't even make sense to me.
bro. I think the best part of that movie, Batman vs Superman, was when Batman was introduced. The way he was introduced, it's like it's kind of like how I would see Batman in real life, like because
I was a fan of everything Batman in that movie.
yeah. Because
Um,
like you can even see in the cartoons, like they see him as a monster, bro, when they first see him. So it's like, yo, they did a good job of depicting that part of him.
but so yeah. You obviously know Man of Steel is my favorite superhero movie of all time. What to call him? So Zack Snyder, he basically, ever since Man of Steel, he written out exactly what he wanted to do with the universe. Like he
Mhm.
writ so, um, I guess when they were working after Batman vs Superman, before Batman vs Superman, he started writing what he wanted for the Justice League movie, and once Batman vs Superman actually came out and it got the reception it did, uh, basically Warner Brothers was like, yo, we need some jokes, man. Brighten up the colors, like make it more like Marvel. That's basically what they wanted it to be, like obviously. Um, so I think he originally planned Justice League to be two different, like a part one and a part two.
Mhm.
Um, but then he was like, nah, because he wasn't sure if he even wanted to continue with this superhero shit in general, just because of how much politics goes into it. Like, if you give a director keys to a franchise and you don't like the reception it's getting, they're just gonna basically take all your shit and make it some other shit. Pretty much, that's basically what they did with 2017.
Mhm.
So he wrote. I think like the original Justice League was supposed to be like 5 hours long, or some shit.
Mhm.
Like his mind, he makes it like a kind of like an opera ish, like godly ish. Like that's why there's so much Superman has so much Jesus imagery in it. Like
Mhm.
it's mad epic for no reason. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just the type of person he is. So let's say he shot he shot like 90% of Justice League, and then pretty much his daughter, I guess she committed suicide,
Mhm.
uh, and he never got to fully finish the movie. So in my personal opinion, I feel like WB used that to be like, yo, go take some time off. Like, you know what I mean? We're gonna
Yeah.
slide this nigga in here, and
Mhm.
if this shit is a banger, you're gone. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So they brought in Joss Whedon, which was he directed the the first two Avengers movies.
Mhm.
So they're like, of course, this is a slam dunk. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so once he start, and then the head of WB and Joss Whedon, they both went into the studio room and pretty much chopped up all his whole movie. Chopped up
Nothing.
his whole movie.
I feel like.
Exactly. He chopped up the whole movie, doing a couple scenes like oh do you bleed, like and Batman laying on the floor fucking this shit hurts, like all the jokes, like all that shit, all the jokes, pretty much threw it all in there, brighten up the colors, all that shit, and basically pushed it out as if it was Zach's like vision.
Mhm.
So throughout the years, like people went hard for like yo, cause I think he posted like he's never seen that 2017 movie. He said he's never seen it. So I think he was like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of extra footage of my shit like that they never used that was originally for my version of Justice League. So people started going crazy. Hashtag release the Snyder cut. It went viral, like OD viral. Like there was billboards on Times Square. There was people flying planes with like release the Snyder cut like on the back of their plane and shit. Like it was literally viral. Like it was going crazy. So 4 or 5 years later, there were HBO. I think not HBO. AT&T. They own all that. You know, they own all that, and they basically gave them and HBO gave him money to be like, yo, we want you to actually, we'll give you. They basically gave him a movie budget just to go back and redo his movie so he could basically so it's his vision of the movie. Not only that, but the character the person who plays Cyborg, his name is Ray Fisher. He basically went on a rant on Twitter like, yo, bro, it's weird how there's a lot of black characters in this movie and all that shit was cut. Like, also they're saying, I guess he said, somebody a higher up said to him like, we can't make the main character of the movie an angry black guy. Like that's dumb. Like you know what I mean? Like just certain shit that he was talking about how they were treating him on set and shit, and that went viral too. So and the fact that it went viral, I think he got fired from a couple. Like he was supposed to have his own movie, he got fired. Like he was supposed to be in the Flash, he got fired from that. Just because he voiced his opinion about what happened, like what they did to his character. Like in the other movie, like he was just another nigga, In this movie, he's literally the heart of the movie. Like you know what I mean? So all of that combined did a fucking fusion into them giving him money to make his full movie. This 4-hour fucking epic monster that was Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, they were saying that the actors weren't liking the director.
Nah, I guess stuff has come out that Joss Whedon is like on some pedophile creepy shit. Like you know what I mean? But anyways, all like that plus COVID plus HBO Max plus everything kind of made the perfect storm for them to give him money to make this movie.
I was so nervous about this movie, bro. I was thinking like, yo, bro, this movie's gonna be 4 hours. This is probably gonna be bad. I don't think just because they changed one guy is gonna make the whole movie good again. Like, that's how my thought was. I thought because like every like DC movie that really came out, really, it hasn't been really doing all that well. Other than and then Aquaman did good. I feel like
Wonder Woman 2.
Wonder Woman did pretty good too. And then, but when I seen Wonder Woman 2, I was like, yo, this shit is ass. I was like, nah, bro, please.
You notice that's post like Zack Snyder leaving.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's like, but when he was in the top, the first movie was fire. When he was gone,
that made a difference though.
Like it's one of those things where he has a vision.
Yeah.
And you give him money to do it, but then you're like, because you get some bad, like I don't think I like this. This movie didn't live up to my expectations. You're kind of like, get this nigga out of here. When you don't, nigga, what? Iron Man, Captain America, like those first few movies wasn't busting like that. Like niggas acting like that shit was a hit off the rip. Like he chose to do the team up movie first and then split off versus splitting off and then doing the team up. Like he chose to do his own shit. Like you know what I mean? And they were like, nah, nigga, we want Avengers. Like we want that Avengers money.
Yeah.
So yeah, it dropped. Going into the movie, I didn't have any expectations. I didn't think it was gonna be trash. I didn't think it was gonna be fire. I just knew it was gonna be. I'm just I'm a fan of movies and shit. So it's like the fact that he got to do what he wanted to do I was gonna fuck with it regardless. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he got to do what he wanted to do from the jump. Everything he set up in Man of Steel, everything he set up in Batman vs Superman was for a reason. If you know what I mean? That's why, if you realize it, Man of Steel, um, no, Batman vs Superman, in the beginning is the end of Man of Steel, and then the end of Batman vs Superman is the beginning of Justice League. Like, you know what I mean? It's literally all coincides for a reason. Like, he had a goal, and you guys, and because of his daughter, you guys pretty much chose to like kick him under the bus. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, I don't fuck with that. Like, that's corny. Like, you guys don't know what you guys are doing with DC. It's like, that's just a fact. It's proven fact. Like,
yeah, he did an excellent job, bro. I was shocked. Like, when I seen it, I was like, yo, this shit is lit.
Yeah. So, alright, let's fully dive. This is a complete spoiler movie. We're going all in, all out. So, let's just, first of all, let's just go like, what's your thoughts coming out of the movie? 4 hours. I think 4 hours.
Thoughts of the movie? It was fucking long as hell, but it had to be long. It had to be long. Like, it was a long ass movie, bro. I had to take a break after 2 hours. But that's like that. It's a con, but not a con because it had to be. It legit had to be 2 hours, bro. I mean 4 hours.
I like how he set it up with the chapters, because it's kind of like you could just watch chapter 1, take a break, go back, watch chapter 2, take a break, or you could just watch it all. I watched the whole 4 hours. I was in it. Wow, it's all stop.
After chapter 6, I went to bed.
Yeah.
But what I want to know is why did they give Wonder Woman like a theme song? Like, why did she get like her theme song every time she showed up on screen?
I mean, she always had a theme song. If you go back to Batman vs Superman, well, Man of Steel, that's Superman's theme. The bum, bum, like, that's his shit. Batman, he has his own theme song in Batman vs Superman. They just chose not to. They just chose not to bring it in this one. You know what I mean? Because he's not the focus. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Wonder Woman was like kind of like the star of Batman vs Superman, and she had her own movie was like a hit. So it kind of makes sense that she, even though she really didn't do a lot in this movie, she was kind of like in the forefront.
I think she had like some of the best scenes in this movie.
When I say she didn't bring a lot, like,
She didn't do a lot in terms of
like,
the plot.
yeah, like, I felt like she was just there to explain what was happening. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Flash, he's the heart of the movie. Cyborg, he's the heart of the movie. You know, like, Aquaman, he really didn't do much either. But it was setting up for his movie, because his movie was supposed to come out after this. Technically, if you go back and, but yeah, continue.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my favorite part in the movie was honestly the Wonder Woman scene in the beginning.
I feel like everything with Wonder Woman was, any action with Wonder Woman was hard. Off rip, period.
The way how she was just, I was like, yo, like she did that shit like so quick and so smooth. I was like, yo, the CGI was a lot better than 1984.
Exactly.
I was like, oh my god, like that's another reason why I had that in mind, because like I just seen that 1984 movie. And I was like, yo, when Wonder Woman shows up and she starts walking like twins are on her, I'm gonna be so pissed off, because that shit was just bad, bro.
That's one thing that nobody could say about Zack Snyder. Niggas be like, oh, his movie's so dark, his movie's so grim and whatever. Niggas cannot say he can't do action, bro. That nigga knows how to do action. Like, that's just a fact. So honestly, I love the movie. I loved it. This is my Justice League movie. Like, that 2017 shit is. Even though before this movie came out, the day before I rewatched Justice League, and I thought it was okay. Like, I didn't think it was bad. I think it was okay. Like, it was an average movie, but Justice League deserves more. Like, you know what I mean? They deserve more than that. This movie, everybody was there for a reason. everybody like what if you took somebody out of the movie, like a character out of the Justice League movie, like the cast or what, not the cast, the lineup, like they would have died, all of them. Like, you know what I mean? Like without like they all put a reasonable amount of work in. Like, you know what I mean? Like they actually felt like comrades more than in the other movie. They kind of just got together because they had to. This one was like, yo, well, we need to get together, but like, yo, like, I actually fuck with him as a person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I loved it. Yeah, I feel like they could have skimmed at least 30 minutes off the movie. At least 30 minutes. But other than that,
The game was so long. Like the intro, so long.
It makes sense though. It makes sense. It's building up. You know what I mean? I feel like.
What was your favorite part? Like, what was your favorite scene?
I don't want to be cliche and say the fucking ending. The ending, of course, is fire. Come on, my nigga. Run, Barry, run! It was so fire, bro. Like, but that scene, Superman versus the Justice League was so fire, bro. Like, I just showed you, like, yo, that nigga's not a joke.
OP on me, man.
Yeah, like that nigga's not a joke. Don't play with your boy. Like that nigga's like, yo, that scene. Honestly, everything with Cyborg was fire, bro. Like when he was figuring out his powers and he gave the girl the bread, I was like, yo, they cut all this shit out of the fucking like, yo, this shit is gonna be so tight, yo. Watching the movie, like.
Favorite character in that movie was Steppenwolf, bro. That nigga was a monster.
Yeah, I fuck with Steppenwolf heavily. I like
when he came through, bro, just folding people. I was like, yo, it's a wrap. Like he's really about to kill everyone in this. But he doesn't. Obviously, he doesn't. But like that's how I felt every time when you see him.
And they actually gave him character where it's like he fucked up, so they're sending him out there like a dog, pretty much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he's like, yo, if I do this, am I good now? And he's like, we'll see, man. I guess. And it's just weird how he's Darkseid's uncle. So it's like, that should just show you how Darkseid's not somebody to fuck with. Like, he got his uncle bowing to him. Like, he's not a joke. Like,
what's kind of weird though? Like, they're all like aliens from different like universes and stuff like that.
But they all speak English.
They all speak English, and they have like basic names. You know what I mean? They don't have like alien like names. They have like American names. Like Steppenwolf is like that's like you're picture like a white guy when you hear that.
I mean, no, I feel it, but it could be just like if you translate their language, that's what it would be. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't really think of it that much because all the movies do that shit. You know, so it's like. I can't be mad at this, and then not be mad that Thanos is speaking perfect English. Like, yeah. I can't be mad at it.
No, I wasn't mad at that. I was thinking like you know how like Ben 10 they have like Bill Gates or something like that. Like I was just thinking like, yo, since he's like an alien, like wouldn't he have like a weird ass name? Like, I don't know.
Maybe he does. I don't know.
Translation.
It could be. I've seen in when Darkseid first shows up, and then the Green Lantern pulls up, and then you see Zeus and Ares fucking them up. Like, it was just like, yo, this shit is epic.
I forget that like basically like Aquaman's like that the guy who had the trident was Poseidon, basically, right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
I forgot that. I was like, yo, oh shit, they have like Greek gods in it. I forgot.
That's basically the whole shit about fucking DC. It's like they're pretty much gods, like all of them. Like, you know what I mean? In their own separate way, they're all kind of gods, you know. What else? Yeah. Let's talk about, since we're both big fans of the TV show. Let's talk about Flash. What's your opinion on him?
Flash. It's kind of weird because like it's not the Barry Allen that I pictured. You know what I mean? He's like really young. He's really goofy. I mean, Flash is a goofy person, but it's like I feel like he's kind of weird goofy, and I feel like Barry Allen's a pretty like regular dude.
That's the thing. I feel like I think they mixed it. They pretty much put Wally West and Barry Allen as
Yeah,
one. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I feel like I honestly personally feel like they should have did Wally West instead of Barry. But I feel like nobody really knows who Wally is. Niggas know Flash Barry Allen because of the TV show.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense. But I feel like his personality is definitely Wally West with the jokes and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Wasn't that Flash like in the cartoons? Wasn't he like a police officer, or am I bugging?
Nah,
Am I,
it was always the same shit.
I
The
thought he was
crime lab shit.
like a police officer.
Nah, he's always been the crime lab shit. He's always been that shit. But
Yeah, but I thought it was kind of one. I ain't gonna lie, this scene was kind of stupid. The scene when he ran and did all that shit just to push the sword to Wonder Woman, and then they just fell anyways, and she just fell into the sword anyways. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I just it was the reason why I liked it is just because it was just like teamwork. Like he was just like, I'm gonna help her out. Like, you know what I mean?
I thought it was just a way to display like something cool, like this to show how fast he was, and this to show
No, definitely, 100%,
to give him a scene. I feel like
100%. But I just saw it as like, oh, she needs help. Let me help her. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't even thinking about like, why would he do that? It's just like, oh, he needs help. Well, let me give you a sword. I don't know. But I get what you're talking about. It was kind of like a pointless scene, especially because he's so fast. Where it's like that's why I liked that he's not the Flash yet. Like nobody calls him the Flash. You
yeah.
know what I mean? He's still tripping over his feet. It's at the end of the movie where he's finally growing into that person that we know. That's why a lot of people that I've talked to, they're just like, well, I don't like him, bro. Like, why is he so goofy? Why isn't he fighting? Every time I see Barry Allen on Justice League, the cartoon, he's kicking ass and whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, he's literally like he's never done it before. Like he's literally not like this is the first time. Like he's stopped some crime, some niggas from robbing like a bank. He's never fought an alien armada. Like niggas really be thinking like niggas is gonna start killing shit off rip. Like none of them did. None of them were perfect. Like they all had to grow into themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same with I kind of connected to Superman when niggas hated on Man of Steel just because like it wasn't their Superman, but it's like nigga, if you actually watched that movie, that entire the ending scene, like that was the first time he ever put the suit on. That nigga is not Superman, and
Mm-hmm.
that was the whole point. Like he never. That was the first time he ever fought somebody. That's the first time he ever put his full strength in.
Was he wearing blue and red in that movie or no? It looked like
Yes,
it was dark colors.
no, it was a Superman suit. It was a Superman suit, but and no, in Justice League, it was a black suit.
Yeah. I realized that. I was like, yo, he look like it's totally blue.
Cause I in the comics, whenever he comes back, he's in the black suit. That's just like something in the comics they did. But it
Mm-hmm.
makes sense because all black sunlight is trying to come back to life kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, yeah, it was just
And who
something.
killed Superman in the animated movie? Was it Darkseid?
It was Doomsday.
It was Doomsday that killed him. Okay.
Yeah. The the only thing I still don't get, but it's like it's a fucking superhero movie. What the fuck do I want? But it's like so they were scared of Superman. That's why they never came back. That's weird. Like so, right when he dies, that's when they pull up. It's like, why are you scared of him? Like, what did you hear from? Like, there's no other niggas like him. Like, what did you? He wasn't like he's only been Superman for probably like 7 years. So
Mm-hmm.
you waited all that time never to come. Like I don't know. I just find it strange.
I think I think 7 years is a good amount of time to realize how powerful he is.
But even before that, they didn't know he existed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think it was a timing thing though. I don't think they. I think they were planning on coming to Earth, and then around the time when they were planning on coming to Earth, they probably saw Superman.
yeah, I don't know. But I was just like, his death caused them to come. So they were scared of him like that. Like, how do you know he's that strong? How do you, especially Darkseid? You've taken over billions of planets. Like, you scared of that nigga? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it's a movie. Like, it doesn't matter. It was,
They, I remember when I used to watch Superman as a kid. They made Darkseid like the biggest bad guy. Isn't he like the biggest?
he's Thanos.
He's saying, okay,
He's Thanos.
like the biggest. How strong is he?
Like,
Is he
he
Superman strong?
he could have, if he, like, you know, remember that scene at the end where they slice up Steppenwolf and send his body over there?
Yeah.
Like, he's strong enough to, like, if he pulled up, like, he would have did damage. Like, he would have did damage to those niggas. But I guess some of the visions I guess he's seen, maybe it's not that he's scared of him. Maybe he wants him to join him. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's a lot of questions. It's kind of bittersweet because it's like, will we ever see another one of this? Like, will we
No,
ever?
what I wanted to happen, what I thought it was gonna happen when the portal was closing. I thought he was gonna do the laser thing, bro.
Nah, that would have been hard. Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah. When he did it, when he did it in like the dream that Cyborg had, that shit was fire. He just stood there. I was like, oh shit, look at him, Darkseid, bro. That's the first time we've ever seen him in like live action. It's just like those are so many good things, like so many treats for DC fans, like Martian Manhunter. Like I was like, what? What the fuck? Like I was just so confused. Like there was just so many times I was like, nigga, what? And he was in.
It was kind of crazy because I forgot all about him. I was like, and he just shows up. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. He's in the league.
You could tell that it was one of those things that he thought of after. It's not that he didn't set it up in other movies. It's just that he didn't have any plans for him. You know what I mean? He didn't have like that nigga didn't. Nigga, where was you? You wasn't helping us. Like nigga, like where was you at? Like he didn't have any plans for him. But it's like it was the whole point was to set up for him to join the league in the next one. Like you know.
Yeah. Doesn't it look like Bruce when Bruce met up with him in the morning? It's like he didn't know who he was, but he wasn't even scared. Like he just accepted him.
Yeah, I guess they didn't. That's another thing they didn't really explain. But it's like I don't know. I think he has telepathy, so he could have just told him like, "Yo, I'm good. Chill out." I don't know. I really don't know.
I really feel like Bruce is usually like a really like skeptical guy.
Paranoid of that, yeah. But
He doesn't have much paranoid in this movie. He doesn't
faith,
seem like a paranoid dude.
faith, Alfred. You gotta have faith. I was like, oh, this nigga Bruce, man. You know. Okay. I saw another thing. Joker. What do you think about that?
I don't know how to feel about that. To be honest. I don't really think it was all that crazy of a performance.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Niggas is like, yo, did he come back? Did he redeem himself? It's like, nigga, he said like 7 lines. Like, the main reason why Zach put it in was because he doesn't know what's gonna happen next. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it just came out that WB said like, yo, we're done with that nigga. Like, yo, we're done with this universe. Like, so it's like you set all this up to do nothing. It's like, so he was like, yo, I couldn't like not make a movie where Batman and Joker at least have a conversation. So that's one of the main reasons why he put him in there. So it's like
Set up for Injustice, bro. That had to be.
100%. Nigga, that scene when Cyborg when they were about to bring him back, Superman and the robot's like, yo, please, don't do this. it's gonna be an L. And then they show him a vision of like Wonder Woman dead and then Darkseid killing Aquaman and shit. And like
Green Lantern in that.
yeah, you see all of them.
Yeah, I only seen Green Lantern. Did you see anyone else?
No, it was just Kilowog. He's a Green Lantern. He's like a big ass monster. But you see Superman laying there with like a skull, like a skull kind of like on his body, and I'm guessing that's Lois. And then Darkseid walks up to him and puts his hand on his shoulder. So it's like that's 100% injustice. Like they killed your wife. Like join me. Like we could fuck him up pretty much. And like now he's like a general for Darkseid or whatever. Mm-hmm. Another thing from Injustice I noticed was there was a scene where Lois Lane was laying down and then she like opens a dresser and then you see like a pregnancy test. And it's like, what are you building up there, buddy? You know, what? Whatever. There's just a lot that it's hella bittersweet because one, I don't know if I love this movie as much because I've seen the 2017 movie. Mm-hmm. Like if I just watched this movie on its own, would I have loved it as much? Mm-hmm. And two, regardless of if I love it or not, is this even going anywhere? Like,
yeah.
Like, you know, will we ever see these niggas again?
Is this movie better than the first Avengers?
And I'm just a DC fanboy, honestly. But in my personal opinion, this is better than the first Avengers. But I need to sit there and watch both of the movies, like really, really do it, like you know what I mean, like. But I don't know, bro. I didn't care about all those niggas. I gotta keep it a stack with you. Like, I didn't care about that niggas shooting hot fucking bows at niggas. I didn't care about Black Widow. I don't care about Cap. I didn't care about a lot of those niggas in the first Avengers.
You think it's better than what was the longest one that they had?
The longest one? What do you mean?
With the Thanos?
I'm talking about Endgame and Infinity War? Yeah. That's not fair though. You know what I mean? That's not. It's way more fair to compare it to Avengers.
Yeah.
Than comparing it to like Infinity War, like the biggest movie of all time.
I agree. That's the reason why I said the first Avengers. I just wanted to see what you were gonna say about
First
that.
Avengers, like I'm down. One day we could do a movie versus on it. Just me personally, I don't know, nigga. I obviously I love DC since I was nigga in my dad's sack. Like you know what I mean, like. DC has always been my cup of tea, so seeing it. That's the thing. It's like if this came out in 2017, we would have been a whole different alternate timeline. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just never know, man. I don't know. I just loved it for what it is. I'm also okay with them leaving it. Like you know what I mean? I'm okay. I got what I wanted out of it.
Yeah.
Of course, I want to see another one, but if it doesn't happen, it's like, just can we please give Batman and them a break? Can we get a Static Shock or something? Like, can we get somebody else? Like, and I don't know if you've seen it. What?
I think you were talking about that recently. Cause you
said, yeah, I know.
You said you wanted like Robin and everything to be.
I just want that.
You said you wanted the Batman movie. You said you wanted the Batman.
Yes, I'll take as many Batman movies as long as they put fucking Robin in it. Yeah. Like, yeah. I don't know if you just seen recently. I think yesterday or Friday they released a trailer for the new Suicide Squad movie. It's just like,
oh, you know what's kind of crazy? I didn't even watch it because I for some reason I just don't care.
It looks solid. I'm gonna watch it, obviously.
I'm gonna watch it too, but I'm not excited.
I don't know who's like, yo, Harley Quinn, let's get it. Like I don't know who. Let me know who that nigga is.
I'm sorry, but like that outfit John Cena's wearing is kind of ridiculous. I'm just sorry.
But that's the whole point. You can't. That movie specifically. So I don't know if you knew. The director from the first movie, he got fired. Mm. So this movie is being directed by the nigga who made Guardians of the Galaxy.
I like that movie a lot. I like both.
Yeah, he directed both, I think. So that's why if you watch the trailer, you're gonna get a lot of Guardians vibes, like you know what I mean.
Oh, I forgot to mention this to you. It's about the Snyder cut. Deathstroke. That nigga look clean. That nigga look like that looked like it was really Slade Wilson, bro.
So
Like,
pretty much, you know how I told you they basically Zach he set up a lot for the upcoming movies. It was supposed to set up the next Batman movie that Ben Affleck was supposed to star and directed, and it was basically gonna be like Deathstroke. It was him versus Deathstroke. That was the whole movie. And come on, that would have been
that would have been clean.
fire.
That would.
I know. But so pretty much it would have been like Deathstroke, a villain finds out Batman's secret identity and starts attacking all of his like points, like you know what I mean, like
Gotta do it.
what
Gotta.
like they didn't even give that nigga the actor, I think his name is Joe Manganiello or whatever. They didn't even give that nigga a real chance to really shine. Like it just sucks. That's the whole. This whole movie is bittersweet because it's like, what could we have gotten? Like, well, it's like,
Like, I think Deathstroke came through with suit and everything looked so clean. I was like, yo. When he told the Bruce Wayne, I was like, yo. I was
can you
thinking,
imagine? That's what I'm saying. Like Deathstroke knowing who Batman is.
yeah.
Like, so what he could have, like, what he could do to them, like, he could fucking kill Alfred or some shit, like, just all that shit. I don't know. I don't know. It sucks, but hey.
Did you see like a lot of Easter eggs in the movie? Because I didn't see any other than like
Yeah, the pregnancy test. I seen what else? The Speed Force. Yeah, that was him in the Speed Force when he was running at the end. Uh, yeah, it's like when it turns all like it's all like it looks like he's in space. That was the Speed Force. That's setting up Flashpoint and like Reverse Flash and all that other shit. He just got a job as a in the crime lab. That's setting that up. That was Iris West, that black chick, obviously setting that up. Like Aquaman going to see his dad. That setting up uh the first scene of Aquaman.
those movies, bro.
Huh?
They got to come out with those movies.
The next DC movie is going to be the Flash movie, and it's gonna be with that Flash, but it's gonna be Flashpoint. So after that, once the movie ends, it's gonna be on a whole another universe type. So that's kind of how they're going with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're using him to reboot the whole series, pretty much. Yeah. But the dope thing I like. Huh?
I still want Ben Affleck to be Batman and shit. I heard like there's rumors he's not coming back, like right?
I think he's done. In my opinion, he's not my favorite. He definitely has my favorite suit.
Mm-hmm.
I believe him as Batman, like as a tortured soul. Like, you know what I mean? I could see that. I feel like if he had a movie, bro, he would kill it. Like, you know what I mean? Like Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga the fuck up out of here, man. Yo.
Christian Bale did a good job.
You see, it's the nostalgia goggles. That nigga wasn't doing a lot, bro. He really wasn't. It was the director that was killing it. It was the director, and it was obviously the Joker, you know, killing it. It was all that, but him specifically, I wasn't buying it, bro. That nigga. If I could show you some of the action scenes in that movie, they're fucking horrendous. Like, they're terrible. Like, terrible. Like, it was, I don't know. Even as a kid, I knew, I was like, I don't know. I can't see him in the Justice League.
He wasn't really banging.
I can't see him in the Justice League at all. I can't see him in this movie. You know what I mean? It has to be somebody else. There's like, nah. Even though I do love those movies, but
Tom Hardy was. I don't know. Tom Hardy. I feel like Tom Hardy's good at everything.
yeah, he was solid. I didn't honestly, even though when that movie came out, I didn't even know that was Tom.
I didn't know that was him either.
Yeah. But yeah. Any final thoughts on this Justice League movie? This just know also this has never happened before. Like something like this has never happened before, where a studio gives somebody money to actually reshoot their old movie. Like, this is never like because of the fans. This like will change the way people give directors like leeway in movies. Like, you know what I mean? Like this has never happened before.
I think, but based off how it did so well, is it doing well, by the way, in terms of sales and stuff like that?
Well, it's kind of hard to do that when it comes to like it's a streaming service, but it's doing just as good as Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman broke the fucking site, so it's like, and regardless of if it did good numbers wise, the ratings is what the big companies care about, and the ratings on this movie is great. Like, um, when this movie came out, people started tweeting hashtag restore the Snyderverse, and that hashtag broke the record for any Avengers hashtag on Twitter ever.
Oh shit.
So it's like, you see the feedback, just what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah. I think after this, bro, they have to make those movies, bro. They have to make all those movies. Like that Batman versus Slade Wilson shit has to happen, bro.
It's one of those things. It's like, dude, does he want to do it again? Does he want to go through that again? You know what I mean? Because he said he didn't really like the environment and all that shit. Like, why would you even go back to that place if they didn't trust you the first time? Like, you had to go through all this shit just to like, you know, it's like there's a lot. That's why I'm okay with them dropping it, but I'm also for them making it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm for either or. Like, it's whatever to me. At least he got to make his movie.
They should focus on like I do want to focus on different heroes though at the same time.
Yeah, so it's like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't type thing. Like, I want it, but I'm also prepared to not get it. Like, you know, like, but Justice League might be my one of my favorite superhero movies. So, cause the ending is one of the dopest shit I've seen in superhero movies ever. Like, that ending itself was fire. The way they were comboing each other, like, dude, like, that was. I don't even want to die. All that shit was fire, bro. Like, and then the fact that they lost. Like, they lost. All of them died. Like, if it wasn't for Flash, they wouldn't have be here. Like, they all died, bro. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, I can't imagine the Avengers movie where they all, other than like Endgame or Infinity War, where they all lost.
That movie kind of made me like Superman a little bit, and Superman wasn't even in the movie like that.
Like, he just came.
The way how he just keeps doing, he just.
Look at this. Nigga said not impressed. Nigga said, like, that's what he is. He is the Goku. Like, he's like, yo, we don't know what to do. We need that nigga. Like, this shit is OD. And like, he comes to and saves the day. He gives them all hope that if you realize it right when he pops up, that's when they're like, okay, yo, we could do this. Like, now we can do this. Like, you know what I mean? That's what he is. Like, he's that symbol. Like, fire, bro. The music fire. Action fire, story fire. I just loved it. But I'm also hesitant to. I don't know if I could. I would recommend people watching this over the 2017 one. But also, if you're not a fan of superheroes, it's just like I wouldn't recommend it because it's like it's a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not a fan of superheroes, if you didn't like Man of Steel or Batman vs Superman, you're probably not gonna like this either because it's more of the same, like, you know. But I don't know. Well, you proved that wrong because you said you didn't like Man of Steel or Batman vs Superman, but you like this. So it's like, but you like superheroes in general. Like, if you didn't like superheroes at all, I don't know if I could still recommend it. Like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why you like Minister. I did not like Minister.
I think he's. I want to tell you to watch it again, but it's like beating a dead horse at this point. It's like If you don't like it, then nigga, I can't. There's a lot of people. You're not on the like. You're not like a lonely person on this planet. Like, this movie's trash. Like a lot of people think it's trash. It's just for me to go into a movie not giving a fuck about Superman. I've never gave a fuck about Superman ever in my life. And for me to watch that movie and come out loving Superman, like this is dope. Like I never liked any of the old Superman movies. They were all trash to me. Like this movie made me a Superman fan, and that's what all comic book movies should be. Like watching it should make you a fan of the character.
Yeah.
Like, and when I was watching it, because the first time I watched it as Superman as somebody who didn't like Superman, so that's why it even jumped up more. But then the second time I watched it as like an alien film, like an invasion film.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that shit even brought up the movie on its own. Like, because even if he wasn't Superman, that movie would still be fire because of how it's kind of like aliens are attacking. Like, humans wouldn't accept aliens. Like, that's just a fact. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all that shit, like, the way he invades, like, two fucking behemoths fighting, they're gonna fuck shit up. Like shit's getting fucked up. Like, all just all of it combined, just, I loved it, bro. It was fucking fire. But I get why people don't like it. I get it. It's a long movie.
Mm.
But yeah, any final thoughts?
Zack Snyder, you the man.
I double that, man. Honestly, I hope he gets to do something with more superheroes. But if he doesn't, hey, keep on doing your thing. Like, honestly, I don't know how a lot of nigga. I don't know how he even came to make this movie after like such a hard tragedy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. That's what I was thinking. I was like, yo, he just lost his daughter and he's making a movie.
Well,
But then,
yeah, what?
because shout out his daughter.
Yeah, at the end, yeah. And there's a billboard in the movie that's like, you are not alone, and it has like a suicide hotline shit. Like, there's all this shit. Like, there's mad shit in it. It's like the craziest part is that people hate Zack Snyder so much. They like they're like, yo, your daughter's lucky that she left. Like, she killed herself. Like, people really hate Zack that much. Like, to the
Why?
point, just because they don't like what he's doing with the characters or whatever. But like, yeah, like people be like, yo, who's the worst father, Thanos or Zack Snyder? Like, like niggas really hate that nigga, bro. Like, hate him. But I don't know. What he does for me, it works, and I accept it for what it is. I'm not here to be like, yo, I want this type of Batman, and if I don't get it, I don't like it. If the movie's good, it's good, like, you know. And Justice League is good. If you had to give it a rating, what rating would you give it?
Out of 5,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a. I'll give it like a 4.5.
Same. I can give it like a 4.8. Almost a perfect movie, in my opinion. Like, there's a lot of stupid shit, but nigga, there's a lot of stupid shit in a lot of movies. Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
That's just life. Alright, that's pretty much it, man. I'm about to end it right now.
All right.